I call
and
my
talk
parents all
about
the time.
what?
Whatever.
Because you're bored. You're by yourself.
Because you don't have a man. That's why. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Oh, what should I do? I guess I'll
No,
call my
it's 'cause
parents.
I talk to
They'll
my
talk to me. So one of the accounts that we've been introduced to by Gina Grad is that Subway Takes.
Yeah.
That Subway Takes account. And it, like agree or disagree.
Right. Yeah, the host Kareem Rama does it literally on the subway.
Yeah, talking to people on the New York City subway and hey, kind of what's your hot take? And then do you agree or disagree? Let's see what you think about this one here.
So what's your take?
If you take a bottle of alcohol to a party and it doesn't get consumed and you take that back, you're a terrible guest.
100% agree.
Someone is hosting a party and you are saying thank you for hosting this party.
You know what? I disagree, actually. I do want it back.
Why?
I brought it for everyone to enjoy.
Okay.
And they enjoyed, but now there's leftovers. Why can't I take it home? Because if I bring it, let's say I bring a cake.
Yes.
And the cake is half eaten.
Right.
I want the second half of the cake.
But it's for the host.
No. It's for the party.
Yeah, he's not serious, right?
No,
I
he's
think
being
he's serious.
He's being contrarian.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think he's serious.
have you ever had people at your house that are like, okay, well, those were mine.
Yes.
So, I mean, it happens.
Greg has a story.
So embarrassing. I've mentioned that before. Somebody who brings a 6-pack of beer to get drank
Right.
and they take the rest back. They've done it with food. They've done it with my food where they pack a leftover container.
Hell
It's
no.
so tacky.
I don't associate with those people.
If you bring it, it's for the guest. It's
You
for
come
the
with your own
house.
Tupperware?
I know. Well, sometimes it was my Tupperware.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
It's so tacky.
I'm with you. I would never think in a million years.
To bring back like half a bottle of tequila.
Yeah, it's not
No.
your business what they do with it. It's
Once
their
it's
gift.
brought, it's left.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Past the age of 15.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you even care, number one?
Right.
Now, what if you brought, okay, let's say a friend of yours, you know how like people get into like a really good scotch or, you know, like something like a really good bottle of Louis or something, you know,
Yeah,
something
sure.
that's super expensive and you bring it over just so you and your friends can have a little. Like you're not going to drop off a mega expensive bottle like
That's
that.
an
And
exception.
yeah, like you're kind of bringing it, like that is fine to take
Yeah.
back, right?
Yeah, well, you would say this is for all of us to try, like you
Right.
Yeah.
say to
Yeah.
start with, that
Or-
you're not leaving it.
Or if the host is like, no, we insist. We're never going to, drink it like that. He's a white wine guy. Please take it back with you. But
Yeah.
you don't make that decision
No.
for them.
Right. Agreed.
Tacky.
Let them decide.
He's a white wine
Okay, how
guy.
about this though? And our buddy Tyler's one of these people. I had a bunch of people at my house, and they took to-go drinks,
Roadies?
to go seltzers that I had in my fridge. Now, is that cool or not
Like a
cool?
parting
Did you
gift?
invite them
yeah,
to?
just like no.
Wait, who took 'em?
Everyone- Tyler's one of the guys that took them.
Dude, you took.
One of the seltzers to go.
I don't remember this at all.
That's exactly right.
I swear I
You,
don't remember.
Randy, and Eric all took seltzers to go.
I mean, that had to have been when we were going to Coachella. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But why couldn't you take one to go? Like if.
No, like when the
Like-
weekend was already over,
And everybody's
Coachella was
going
already
home.
over, and we're all leaving.
Yeah.
Instead of just like leaving the extra seltzers, which they did not provide. Look, I don't care. Take all of them.
I'm saying, like, what's wrong with taking one to go? Because it's still part of the
The party experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just asking you how you guys.
They
feel
didn't
about
take
that.
more than one. If they would have taken more than one,
Right, did
that's
they take a
different.
case?
Yeah.
Like, people all say, "Hey, how about a whatever for the road?"
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I think what Menace is saying is the party was well over.
Yeah, the
yeah,
weekend
everything
is
was
over.
it's already wrapped up. It's just
Yeah.
like, okay, let's just clear out the fridge before we leave.
I think that's weird. That's
I-
very weird.
Again, I don't care.
I'm on Tyler's side.
I'm
Consider the source. It's a bunch of dudes at Coachella.
I'm happy that they
Yeah.
took them, but
Yeah.
I was just asking how you feel about that.
Yeah, if it's for later, that's tacky.
That's not part of the party.
Right. Yeah.
It is tacky.
Thank you, Greg.
Much like, remember that time I went.
I thought you were talking about they were going to be drinking it.
No,
Right, like on their way to
yeah.
somewhere else that they're going to
No,
continue
Menace is saying
partying
the
at.
weekend was over.
It's Sunday
Party
at 7
over.
p.m. Yeah.
It's time to go home. Oh, but before I leave, I'm going to take some of your seltzers.
And they took it to put it in their own fridge and save for later?
Very
Yeah.
strange.
And that's weird.
Or Tyler, were you drinking it? That's I keep thinking like when I leave the house, I grab I don't know a Diet Dr Pepper and
Right.
I drink it in the car.
a
Yeah.
roadie.
Maybe a seltzer is a little bit different, but if somebody else is driving, why not?
Well, we'd ask him, but
Is
he
that-
doesn't remember.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you know-
I vaguely remember it. I remember taking it out of the fridge. It must have been something that like I wanted to try it later, and maybe I did do that. I don't remember.
All right,
I remember taking it out of the
enough.
fridge, but after that, who knows?
It's like that time I went camping with our muckety muck, And there was about
one of the
10
bosses here.
10 of us or so. We bought literally about $1,000 worth of groceries for barbecuing and beer.
It was like an
and
RV thing. They go out and whatever.
Ride dune buggies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the weekend, he took all those groceries. He's like, oh, good. Oh, my kids will eat these, and I'll eat the bread, and I'm going to take all the beer, the wine, the soda, the food.
So basically the same situation.
So we stocked up for him, yeah.
That was nice of you.
Right?
He was such a good
What
boss.
a guy.
He deserves it.
Yeah. All right, here. I would take agree or disagree. You see all these, I would say under 30s dudes with the big 70s mustache now.
Oh, yeah. Thank you,
It
Trevor.
doesn't look as cool as you think it does. Agree or disagree?
Agree, says the ladies.
I think some people can pull it off. But the ultra like skinny dudes that do it, no, you look like a dork. I don't know.
I think unless you had it 5 years ago, and it's something you've carried through.
Yeah.
But it's just like the broccoli cut.
It's way too many.
The alpaca hair.
The 70s stash. I feel like there's a lot of confidence in having, like, I don't know, are you proud that you can grow that? Is that what it is? Like, is that where the confidence, the swag comes from?
It's the
or do you really
trend.
think it looks good? Because I don't think you realize it doesn't look as cool as you think it does.
I think, you know how they say women dress for other women? I think bros grow mustaches for other bros. Because
What?
girls don't want to see that.
No, I
Sammy
don't
doesn't
know.
think it's hot.
Any girl who likes that.
That's fair. I think that's a fair assessment. It depends on who's doing it. Is it a bro stash, hipster stash, or is it an actual like fireman policeman? Because I think the only way it passes if they have a actual blue collar job.
Right. Are you a deputy?
Well, yeah, if you're a cop, it's the law. You
You better be
mustache.
you better be a hockey player in the playoffs.
Yes. But if you are barista at Starbucks, no.
Lame.
I think some guys can pull it off.
All right. Agree or disagree? How about this one?
So what's your take?
All young people call their parents much too often.
100% agree.
You guys are huge baby.
How often do you think a 25-year-old should call their parents?
I would say at most twice a month.
No, that's too little.
How much?
I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Way too often. What the hell are you going to talk about? You're making it up. Stop calling your parents so often.
You big babies?
You big babies?
Agree. Once a week, tops.
3 times a week.
Once a week, tops, unless there's big news.
Well, Sammy's going to hardcore disagree.
Everybody's
Hardcore
busy.
disagree. I call
And
my
talk
parents all
about
the time.
what?
Whatever.
Because you're bored. You're by yourself.
Because you don't have a man. That's why. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Oh, what should I do? I guess I'll
No,
call my
it's 'cause
parents.
I talk to
They'll
my
talk to me.
No.
Yeah,
Hi,
I do that in
Mom.
the
What's
car.
going on there? No, not much. What's happening there? Like that. If that's how the conversation starts, there was no
Well,
purpose to call because
but there's always something like they're always updating me on a family member, a friend. We heard this. There's news about somebody or
Gossip.
something's going on. It's not gossip.
You're making it. You're making, like you said, they're
it's
making it up.
updates and things.
hey, my
and
wife does the same thing.
It's called communications. Do
I
you know
live-
what's going on?
I
Thank you.
live in that house.
Kikiing.
Kiki.
Yeah.
That's what as Seabass knows, that's what the gays call it.
Now,
Kikiing.
there are plenty of times where I try to call my wife and I get sent to voicemail.
Yeah. 'cause she's on the
And I get a
phone.
text back, and I'm calling for a
Oh,
reason.
she's
I'm
on
not.
the phone.
I don't call it chit chat.
Oh, wait. It's not that she's on the other line. She just doesn't want to talk
No,
to
no,
you.
no.
Yeah.
She sends me the voicemail, and she sends me a text back saying,
On the phone with mom.
"On with my mom."
Yeah.
Because she's got to get an update on her cousin, or else something will happen.
I'm like, but that's a 2-hour conversation
It is.
because they're on the phone forever.
But parents want to talk to their kids. They want to
Do
hear
they?
from you.
How about,
Call your parents.
Hey, Ma, hang on. He's calling. He must need something.
I'll call
And
you
answer-
later.
Yeah, just hang on 1 second. And if it's going to be a longer thing, tell her, hey, can I call you right back?
Right.
But you're in the middle of something. You don't want to lose
No.
track of what you're
But
talking
Sammy's
about.
No.
parents are too nice.
Yeah.
She doesn't realize that she's
Oh,
exhausting.
sorry. There's love in our family.
Cut the
Jeez.
apron strings.
3 times a week seems
Yeah,
excessive.
the umbilical cord is still attached.
Is it?
I get it
Yeah.
if they're old and by themselves, but if they still have a life going on, you're just bothering them, Sammy.
Yeah.
And his wife.
Like I
They're
sent
like,
that.
oh, her again.
I sent a similar text to my wife yesterday. I said I'm on with my dad. You know why? Because yesterday was his birthday, and so have a birthday conversation with the dad. You know,
Once a year.
yeah, right. Like, otherwise, you're not getting that text from me.
Right. Yeah.
But it was his birthday, and I was saying, hey, how's your birthday going? He told me how he finished up remodeling a bathroom, and you know,
Nice.
all the else dads do. And
Hell
he
yeah.
bought a new ladder, Greg. He was-
Dad
Oh,
talk.
nice.
Yeah.
That's always
know.
exciting.
yeah,
I would love a new ladder.
you know, dad stuff.
That's awesome.
Seabass,
Yeah.
how often do you talk to your mother?
Well, it's physically speak once a month, but we do get emails and other such and texts, and
Texts
such
and
stuff.
things. Yeah.
Why do you hate your mom?
Texts are good.
Yeah.
Texts are good. Like, hey, just thinking about you.
Yeah.
You know, love you. And that's
I would-
it.
And text
All-
count.
Yeah.
I would think as a parent, and now my kids live in the house, and I long for the days where, you know, I'm begging to have any kind of conversation because they're not around.
Right.
Exactly.
But I would think that just a check-in would be fine.
Yeah,
like
text
like
totally
a text
count.
saying, "Hey, they're thinking about me." Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
and then that's good. If
And
there
then-
was something to talk about, then yes,
Yeah,
please give me a call. Share some good news with me,
Yeah.
or you have a question, need some advice on something. Great,
Yeah.
I'm always here.
That's Gina and my life motto. Like
Thank
a
you.
text will suffice.
A text
Yeah,
is good
but,
enough.
Dude, if it was up to my mom, she would talk every single day. And then even my grandmother like ignores her calls
Oh
for
no.
like days on end because she's like,
Poor Mrs. Menace.
we talked enough.
Yeah. This conversation just shows how ishy Woody's relationship is with his family.
Oh.
Incorrect.
Wrong.
Why does it have to? See, that's the
I don't
thing.
know.
You want to. These are people who are dependent.
Why is it dependent? Just
It
because
is-
you talk to your family?
No.
Not just because.
No,
Well,
no.
it's just a
we're not-
That is because.
No. We're talking about there's a middle ground, right? What you do is an extreme.
That's
Right.
you think 3 times a week to talk to your parents
And how
is
long?
extreme?
And how long? Each time.
It depends.
Like 5 minutes an hour.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
5
between-
minutes. There's
anyone,
no
yeah.
way.
I mean, like 15 or an hour or whatever, depending on depending on what we're
Yeah.
talking about. That's not extreme.
Does this include your dad?
Yes.
So are they on like together, or they pass the phone back and forth?
Sometimes it just depends.
Okay.
If they're together or not or whatever.
What was
If
the
that's
latest
a-
hot goss that you guys are talking about?
Oh my God! Did you hear about Aunt
Is your
Susan?
cousin
Yeah.
pregnant?
So Vaughn just brought bagels in, and
did.
apparently they're courtesy of Menace.
Yes, I
And Menace
bought
said
it.
it's for a reason.
It's a reason, and I'm really upset with myself that I only provided bagels because I really wanted to go big today. Because it's about 6 months now. I've felt horrible about something.
Oh no.
Because in December, when we're going for a Christmas break, everyone was so nice. They got everybody gifts. Gina got gifts for everybody. Sammy and Greg and Woody and everybody. And I whiffed. I usually go big around the holidays and get everybody else gifts. But, you know, excuses. My dog's like doing cancer treatment. I'm about to leave town. So I didn't have time to get gifts for anybody. So I felt horrible about that. And I wanted to go big today because Sammy, today is half Christmas.
Yes.
And I was like, I was going to make up for it on half Christmas.
nice.
And then I just
Okay.
realized today is half Christmas, and I was going to go way bigger, and I was like, oh,
so we're
well.
exactly 6 months away from Christmas.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Get your crap out. Start
Menace, I
singing
love
songs.
this.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Menace.
so, but I was going to do way better than bagels, and
No, these are
that's all I
look
did.
great.
So I'm sorry
Yeah.
about that. Sorry about December, and sorry about
Don't
today.
be.
Could have did way better.
I
but-
hate to gift horse this, Menace, but
Yeah.
you know, in many bagel shops, you can ask for them to be pre-sliced.
Oh, okay.
These are tared ornaments.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
God.
All right. Well,
How
whiff for the
embarrassing.
third time, I guess.
Send them back.
Yep.
Send them back.
Yeah.
That's so nice, man.
Happy half
All right, well,
Christmas.
thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
We'll always take the bagels. And the follow-up, 301 texting over, late listening to yesterday's podcast, but prior 10-year Navy sailor here, the steak and lobster thing for the Navy, Menace was asking about that. He's seen a bunch of videos, dudes eating steak and lobster. At least before being deployed or getting extended while on deployment is 100% true.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And this is
because-
from a 10-year Navy sailor.
Nice. Yeah,
So I would
because
assume they would know.
the
Yeah.
videos online are showing like all these army people like celebrating that they got steak and lobsters, and then all the veterans are like, "Oh, you're about to be deployed."
Yeah, because this is bad news coming. That's the butter
Right.
up right there.
Exactly.
877-44 Woody. Send your text over to 22987.
The Woody Show. Back in